Overtime with Otis, man. We clocking in. It is, man. Overtime with Otis, man. We clocking out. Man, you know what time it is, man. Overtime with Otis, man. We clocking in. Today we got a special guest on the channel. We got Miss K from K's Take YouTube channel. How you doing today, Miss K?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having me. How are you doing on this lovely Friday?
I'm doing good. You know, like I said, getting off early on a Friday is always great. So I'm just like, man, let's get this live stream out the way. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Where are you from originally?
I am originally from the DMV. I am a DMV home girl.
Okay. Around what age did you start liking the Redskins?
I've always liked football. I've liked sports since I was young. I have a pretty family who loves sports, so I've always watched basketball, football, baseball. But I started really watching the Redskins in middle school, but it wasn't until I got to high school where I was the football manager, and that's what boosted my love for football. And like I said, I'm a hometown team supporter, so I was like, hey, I'm in the DMV. I didn't really know too much about the Ravens. So I was like, let me go ahead and like the Redskins. And I love a Cinderella story. So the fact that we were underdogs, I was like, yeah, that's going to be my team.
Definitely. I'm the same way. A little backstory on me. My dad's a Cowboys fan. So you know, I'm getting it every you know how the Cowboys been beating us year after year after year. I'm just getting the earful. My dad like, man, come over to our side. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. My grandfather, he was taking me to the fan appreciation days and preseason games and games like that. So that's what really got me into it. We went up there, got a couple of signatures, and he got me in some Redskins gear, and man, that's what I remember. So I'm like, man, that's my team. I'm sticking with it. Like you said, the underdog story too, because I feel like we just gonna get it right. One day we gonna get it right.
This season we will get it right.
That's what I want. How did you feel about the us going in 2024? How did you think we were gonna win that Super Bowl this year? Oh, well, that year?
Honestly, I did not know because I was holding my breath every game. So I didn't want to get my hopes too high, but when I saw the like trajectory of where we were going, I was like, wait a minute now, hold on. And then when we won that NFC championship game, I was like, could this be it? And then of course the next game was like, okay, well, there they go. But no, because I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. I didn't see it. I was hoping that we could have, but they were still young, and I was like, And then I didn't want us to go to the Super Bowl and get like embarrassed. So I was kind of hoping that I was like, wait, we got to make, get some more work in.
That's what I was telling Juan Gotti on the channel. I was like, it's two different pains. It's like, what pain would you want? Going to the Super Bowl and get beat by the Chiefs? Or you want to get beat by the Eagles 55 to 25? I was like, we're going to hear it from the Eagles fans. We're going to hear it from the Chiefs fans. Because every game, like, I was getting so much excitement. I was turning delusional. I was like, maybe. And I'm like, the quarterback we have being Jaden Daniels, I'm like, could he really do this his rookie season? Like, that would be crazy. I was like, man, it would be a team like us that would do some crazy stuff like that, like for sure. But we gonna get there.
But you want to know what I really, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I was like, it's kind of too soon. Like, we just got this squad. Of course, like I said, I would have loved for us to win the Super Bowl, but it was too fast. Like the way that we're building, and we have this anticipation. This is what I like, because it's like, this is when the real ride or dies come in. So yeah, I kind of didn't want it to happen that early either.
Definitely. Let's look in the chat right here. Commander's Table said clocking in. What's up, K's Take?
What's good,
Commander's Table, man? Appreciate you for clocking in with us, man. I gotta get you. Me and you gotta collab after, for real. We gotta do something. Like we were just saying, how the Commanders community is a tight knit community, and
yes, it is.
Everybody embraces each other. Oh God, we got the Eagles fans in the chat.
Oh no!
He always clocked it. He a good guy.
All right.
one of
I
them
was
good
gonna
Eagles.
say it's too
He's
early for that.
not necessarily one of them delusional ones. Some of the Eagles fans be so delusional. I just be like, we ain't even listening to y'all. I say y'all gonna get killed again. He said y'all was gonna get killed against the Chiefs, but had no hope against the Eagles. So where is the delusion come from? I said we was gonna get killed either way. We wasn't gonna
Either
beat the
way.
Eagles either way. Like she said, it was way too early. Like the NFL wasn't gonna let us. We would have got two big-headed rookie year quarterbacks takes the Super Bowl. We would have got way too big-headed. He
Yeah.
said, "I gotta start shit up." Hey, look,
Ready for
at least
that, Joseph.
I appreciate you for clocking in, though, man. You always clocked in. I got Travis in the chat. Commander Stable said, "Yeah, let me know y'all both. I'm open." Okay, bet, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. The Commanders community, man. We like this, man. We
Hmm.
try to help everybody. Okay, let's get into these questions. Okay, how do you feel AP did in the draft this year?
I love what he did in the draft. And I kind of want to take it back just a little bit because
Yeah.
I really appreciated what he did in free agency to set it up so we didn't have to be so desperate in the draft. So I will admit, at first, like in the beginning of free agency, I was mad because he wasn't making any moves. And I'm like, here we go. We're the same old, not even Commanders, the Redskins, like just sitting in silence, getting the bottom of the barrel. But then he started cooking. So I appreciate him for that. And I appreciate how strategic he was in the draft because we addressed so much in free agency. What we were able to pick up in the draft, especially in Sonny Styles, and what we needed. I appreciate what he did. And I can see that he is trying to get this team younger, faster, more athletic. So it might not be for the moment, but our future is bright. So I really, truly appreciate what he did in the draft.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it's like, which have you did for me lately? Since we already got those free agents, it's like, oh yeah, that's not new. We're looking at these new draft picks now. We already got those free agents in the
Mm-hmm.
building. Like you have to set it up. I like how he set us up in the draft where it's like we didn't have to overreach for a position or we
Mm-hmm.
had to go get somebody that we didn't need. Because the past year's draft, we drafting people that's supposed to be in the third round and the first round and stuff like that.
And let's not forget that we passed up on Christian Gonzalez to pick up Emmanuel Forbes.
Oh, those names for who I don't even say
Right.
that in this house.
Who?
We don't say that in this house. He said Bears community better. The Bears probably got
No.
they probably got a tight knit community. But I said this on the stream with Juan Gotti. I don't know how many fans could withstand 3 name changes, a owner change, and us not winning for the last 20-25 years. Like
Exactly.
the Commanders got the best fans. That's what I'm saying. They got the best fans, man. We still tapped in. Okay. My guy James Bunch said he tapping in with overtime Otis, man. Shout out my guy James. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite pick of this year's draft?
Of course it's going to be Sunny Styles. That was the best pick. I did say that I was not sure why they passed on Caleb Downs, but after kind of being able to see what they're doing, it makes sense as to why they picked up Sunny Styles. I will say though, I do like also the wide receiver pickup in Williams. I think he will be our slot receiver that we've been looking for. I was upset that they passed on Zachariah Branch, but once again, as I did research and kind of saw where the team and the direction that they're going in, picking up Williams was a very, very smart decision. And I think he will be that explosive player that we need. And for him to be on the other side of Terry, maybe eventually over the other receivers that we have, it's a good pickup.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a good pickup.
I was questioning the Antonio Williams pickup at first because I was like, man, there was so many other receivers, like you said, Zachariah Branch, and he's a dog. Like
Man.
he could have contributed on this team. But I do like him on the Falcons though. I like him on the Falcons. I feel like
Yeah.
the Falcons will do something with him. But when I started looking more into Antonio Williams, I was like, oh, I ain't never heard of you. The Commanders were doing their research in this year's draft. I
Yes.
definitely like that. And then what he brings to the table, that speed, that route running, that separation. Our receivers last year was hard to create separation. Like Jaden was throwing to any and everybody. That's why I was even willing to go wide receiver in the first round because I was so desperate to get Jaden that help. But
Mm-hmm.
the way the draft fell, I was like, Sonny Styles there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to get him. But if Sonny Styles wasn't there, I might have went receiver over Caleb Downs because I want Jaden to have that much help because in free agency we didn't get him that much help. We were strengthening up that defense, and I'm not mad at that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm tired of getting scored on 40 points game after game. I'm tired of that. So we could for sure that defense up for sure because once we do that, Jaden won't have to play hero ball. He won't have to put it all on his back. So that's
Absolutely. So was
that's
that your favorite pickup too? The
uh
Antonio Williams, or who was yours?
I feel like it was the running back. I feel like out of Penn State, Katron
Okay.
Allen, because
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I feel like he can make an instant impact when he come in like week one. I could see him getting 20, 30, 40 yards out the gate
Mm-hmm.
because that's the type of runner he is. With Bill and him, like everybody's saying, it could be like a thunder and lightning like they had in Detroit. So that,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at. Katron Allen, and he runs hard. That's what I definitely like about him. He said, definitely, definitely, we know ball. We know what we talk about. He said, I like Traylon Burks. He's a rising star.
Oh God,
Traylon
his
Burks.
name
How do you
keeps coming
feel?
up.
How do you feel about him? How do you feel about him?
The only saving grace that I have, I'll start with this. The only saving grace that I have for Traylon Burks is that last year we had nobody throwing him the ball. I feel as though he should have stepped up a little more last year in that situation, but because Jaden was hurt, I get it. I am not too high on Traylon Burks. If they were to cut him or Lane, I would not be upset. I know our fan base, they like Lane for like the returns and everything, but I'm not too high on Traylon Burks. He has been a good player, yes. Um, if he is on the team still, I would just like to see more from him.
I feel like for Traylon Burks, the only thing that scares me is the health because he was in for a game or two and then broke his finger. But that's the
Hmm.
same finger he came in and did the one-handed catch on. But I'm like you said, Mariota was throwing him the ball and stuff like that. Like I feel like Jaden, he's gonna make the receivers better. So I definitely want to tap into that potential there. Like if we could put him on the practice squad, nobody take him, I'd be like, okay, yeah, Traylon Burks. But
We
Jalen
can do
Lane,
that.
I feel like Jalen Lane, he just young. I feel like last year the lights were too bright and then everybody regressed. So I feel like since
Yeah.
everybody regressed last year, I'd be like, let's give him that 1 year of, well, not even 1 year because he's on a rookie contract. We could extend it out and give him a little leeway. But Jalen Lane, he returned 2 kicks for touchdowns. Like we need that special teams help. That's the only thing. That would be his saving grace. Be like, man, you see them 2 kicks he ran back? I don't think we have anybody else could do that. And I feel like me, if it came down to it, because I like Luke McCaffrey. I seen what he did last
That's
year. I
my
was
guy.
like, from year 1 to year 2, Luke McCaffrey, he went from here to here. He took a big step, and I was so mad when he broke his collarbone and he was out for the rest of the year. Because, like I was telling Juan Gotti, hearing the whole stadium say, Luke, that was,
I
man, they would go
know.
crazy.
I know. And then
That
Jalen Lane to me just hasn't been consistent. And yes, he's very good returning. If we kept him there, cool. He's just not consistent for me as far as catching the ball. And I am a Luke gal, so I want Luke. I want to see Luke succeed. I also want to see him at his full potential because he has been hurt as well.
okay. Okay, my guy Protech in the chat. Let's go, Brody and sister. Shout out my guy Protech for clocking in with me. He said my dog's on this too lit, man. Shout out my guy Protech.
Hey,
I told you that clip with me and you, Protech. It came out today. I'm dropping more clips tonight and tomorrow.
yay!
Definitely. Shout out Protech because he was one of the first people that put me on my first live stream. My first live, it was Protech for sure.
He's awesome.
He got
He's
he got me out there.
awesome.
Okay. Did I ask you? Were there any picks that you question? Or
At
what?
first, the only one that I really questioned was the quarterback at our seventh pick. I mean our last pick.
Mhm.
Um that was about it. That was the only one that I questioned. I still don't see why we need him. I guess it's for it's a depth pickup, so that's fine. I'm assuming Sam Hartman will probably be off the team. He didn't produce much, so I understand that. And the new quarterback may be a replacement for Mariota, so I'm kind of trying to be positive and see what Adam Peters was thinking. I wish we could have gotten a cornerback or a safety, but I think I see the thought process with that pickup. What did you think
Okay.
about it?
The quarterback, I feel like you said, I feel like we needed him for depth purposes. But
Hmm.
even last year, when it was Jaden went down, Mariota went down, we had to go get Jeff Driscoll just for a backup because they weren't that confident in Sam Hartman. And I'm like, Sam
Right.
Hartman, that's my guy. He signed my wife's hat. So I'm like, man, Sam Hartman, that's
Oh,
my guy, man.
he is
Hey, look,
sweet.
he need to come into the front office role, man. If he don't want to play quarterback, just he need to be around the organization. He a good guy, man.
And I think he would thrive. And I think him and Jaden have a very good relationship. It seems they feed off of each other. So he
Hmm.
can be around I would like him around for that.
Oh yeah, my guy Protect said agree with K. He's a backup. He's the backup of the future. And Sam Hartman stinks.
No, I don't want to say
Chill,
he
man.
stinks,
Hey, look,
but
no
he
Sam
can be on
Hartman
the team.
slander, man. Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
like
no, no.
he's like this. He can't be in the quarterback room, but he a good guy, man. He a good guy.
He's an awesome guy, awesome personality. From what I've heard, he's a great
De-
guy.
Definitely. So you said you were surprised that we didn't take a corner or safety in the draft?
I was a little bit. I think that's still an area that we need to address. But like I said, the draft was strategic. I can see what Adam Peters was doing, and we still are signing people, the undrafted free agents. Um, so we'll see what we do there. I think we have some people coming in for rookie mini camp, so that will be good. But it was strategic. You can tell he definitely had a thought process.
Yeah, Adam Peters, he went in there and he said, "We get going in there for necessities. We're getting this." And the reason I like Adam Peters' draft is because every position we got, we needed. It's not like
Yes.
I wasn't questioning like any pick we got. I might have questioned who we got, but all the picks, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna question that. Even like the center, the center that fell to us because I
Oh yes.
when I was doing his research on him, I was like, okay, he's a good depth piece. He can move the guard as well. He could be on the line. My guy Protect say he said corner and safety in the seventh round is tricky,
It
but Cam
is.
Crow is a seventh rounder. Yeah, them seventh rounders. You take the people with them bad qualities, with them red flag issues. They might have got injured in the past. They been jumping school to school. Like, cause yeah,
Right.
Cam Curl was a gem. Like, I wish we could have re-signed him, but I feel like that relationship just
It was
soiled,
severed.
man. It was just through. He said we clock it all the way. We clocking it all the way. Locked in with
Thank
K
you,
overtime
Protect.
oldest. Man, shout out my guy Protect, man. Make sure y'all subbing up the Protect for sure, man. That's my guy. So let me see. Let me get into the next question. Is there any other positions you would look at other than safety or corner that you would be looking to improve?
Just the wide receiver room. We picked up Antonio Williams, and you cannot talk about the wide receiver situation without talking about Brandon Ayuk.
Yes.
If we bring him in, cool. It won't be until September, so we need to continue to move as if he won't be here. I would like us to pick up somebody else. To be completely honest, I would love for us to bring Debo back. I don't think we were able to utilize him to his full potential because of the injury situation last year. So if we brought
Mm.
him back and gave him just another year to prove himself and to see what he could truly do, since Jaden will be back, we should do that. My second option would be Jawan Jennings. I know he met with the Vikings, but he will be another one. But those will be it. Those would be the only two that I would be interested in. What do you think
Okay.
about the Brandon Ayuk situation? Are you
Brandon
a
Brandon Ayuk, I feel like he will be coming to us and he would prove the San Francisco 49ers wrong. Like, and we play them this year, so he would just go off versus that game. I feel like we would style up a whole system for him to do his thing for sure. And then the close connection with Jaden. So I'm like, man, Jaden, all your friends good, bring them on the team. We be winning. Let's
yeah?
go.
We
So
already got Rashad White, so
yeah.
I'm on Brandon maybe.
So I'm team Ayuk, free you. I'm team Freely
Mm-mm.
for sure.
Are you willing to wait until September for him though, or would you like him sooner, or are you willing to wait, hold out until they release him?
I want him sooner because like I think I was on the live with Rio and he was
Hmm.
saying you don't want somebody who hasn't played football in like 500 days to just go
Right.
out there because you remember the Terry situation last year when he was holding out and he was training on the side, but he went out there and he hurt his hip and he was down for us a little bit of the year. So I'm like,
Yep.
I want you to be tapped in. How did you feel about that Diami documentary?
I enjoyed it. The production between him and Laramie Tunsil, the production companies that they have are awesome. I'm glad we brought Diami back. I was a Diami fan for a little bit, especially playoff Diami. So I'm glad we brought him back, and I truly enjoyed it. What do you think about it?
Man, I loved it because I'm getting the true how Jaden really
Yes.
is. Like I feel like Jaden, he's all like professional on the camera, and we're only seeing him when it's around football games, so we're not seeing his real
Hmm.
personality. I was like, I think I sent him a message on Instagram. He probably ain't gonna see it. I said, Jaden, you need to be more social. I know you private person and stuff like that, but the fans want to see more of Jaden's personality. And I'm a fan too, so I want to see more of Jaden's personality. Like I don't want to see him all professional and stuff like that. I want to see him laid back and chill, having
And
fun with his
free.
guys. And, yeah, free. You see, they're out here cussing freely. I'm like, okay, you don't have to be. Yeah. They said and JD like, nah, for real. JD like, y'all get enough of me during football season, man. Y'all, we ain't about to have y'all know my whole life. Diami YouTube channel be looking sweet. You know what they call
Yes,
him?
it
Documentary
does.
Diami.
It does. That is one thing I missed about
But
him.
see,
Yes, bring us those
yes, like
documentaries.
he brings that insight. That's what I'm like. I'm like, yeah, keep him on the team if he's doing it year round because nobody else want to
Right.
bring insight to the fans. And then it's like you said, the cameraman he had with him. I was like, oh yeah, he's a professional for real because they getting the angles we want. People catching footballs all deep. We see
Right.
Diami and Jaden having throwing competitions. I'm like, that's what we need. We need somebody to push Jaden because with
Yes, Hard
Diami,
Knocks who?
yeah, for real.
I'd rather have Diami on the
Man, but I'm
production.
mad. I'm mad we had that hard knocks and we were trash that year. That's just like 2024. It made me wanna. It pushed me to make the content because I'm like, if we did this in 2024, what could we do in 2025?
Nothing.
I'm like maybe we could do it. And it's like a humbling experience. Like the first year I'm
Yes.
start making content, and then it's like, yeah, we're just not it.
But doesn't this off season feel like it felt in 2024? Like just the anticipation, and we got the new uniforms, everybody's healthy. Like it's giving me that, like, okay, guys, we got this. We're gonna run that 2024 season back, if not better.
It's kind of I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie on here. It kind of is because it's like I
Hmm.
don't want to drink the Kool-Aid too early. I'm like, I don't want to get too excited and then be let down. It definitely give me that feeling. And it's giving me hype. That's why I posted a picture when I was going to the game. I was like,
Hmm.
man, forget these mock drafts, man. I'm trying to be at a game. I'm not trying to be for real. But yeah, I said John Lynch is a wild turkey. Wild turkey. He funny as a mug. My guy T Rich, man, he clocking in. Shout out my guy T Rich. Okay, let's see. He said my first year content creator in 2019 was horrible. That was rough. Man, it's always the first year. That's the humbling experience to see. You really want to do this? You gotta sit through the whole year when we trash. Let's see. Let's see what you want to do. Okay, my guy said he clock it in. Okay, they in the chat. They in the chat.
Nice.
Okay, so since you're saying that it's feeling different, do you think this team is a playoff team? This is a way too early guess.
The super fan in me, yes, I think we are, especially on paper. Our defense definitely has been beefed up. I need our offense to prove it. If we stay 100% healthy, is like a 90% yes for me. That 10% though is just, me being realistic. So that's mine. 90% yes, 10% realistic.
See me, I'm like I said, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid too early. I feel like this year they're gonna go out and they got something to prove. Like Dan Quinn's situation. I'm gonna ask
Yes.
you about Dan Quinn after this. But after last year, I feel like how down it was. They want to prove something to themselves, the
Mm-hmm.
fans, and the season ticket holders. They're like, we didn't pay this money to not get see good football. But I'm definitely glad that we had that down year so it could really show them like, yeah, we trying to win. Are y'all being serious? Y'all not being
Yes.
serious. So how do you feel about Dan Quinn and where he's staying? Would you say he was on the hot seat in your opinion?
If we are healthy and we do not do well, yes. If we are injury prone, I don't think it'll be fair for him to be in the hot seat. Now, like I said, if we get out there, we're healthy, we've picked up these players, and we win 3 games, yeah, he's on the hot seat. What do you
Okay.
think?
Honestly, it's hard for me with Dan Quinn because the first year he was definitely doing his thing. He was definitely doing his
Mm-hmm.
thing coaching. We went crazy the first year, but the second year it's like I'm just seeing small things. Like we were brushing over stuff. Like we were getting over like that little quick easy wins, and we're like the game wasn't beautiful, but we still got the
Mm-hmm.
W. So we're just gonna close that book and keep it going. So it's like this year that everything was going downhill. Everything's under a magnifying glass. It's like, wait a minute, we're not even we're not developing players like that. What's going on? Like our players from this year should have stepped up. I know Luke did step up. That's one player that definitely went through some
He
development
did.
phases and stepped up. But I'm saying now I'm like, okay, what more can you do? If we're not winning games, what more can you do, Dan Quinn? So
Mm-hmm.
right now, where I stand on Dan Quinn, we had a real good season, we had a real bad season. So we're 50-50 right here. So I'm looking at it. I'm hoping for the best with him because I want my team to win games. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I want my team to lose so Dan Quinn get fired. As long as we winning, I don't care who's the coach. I just want to win. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna go into this season with an open mind and try to close the door on 2025 because
Yes, that's
that's
a
just gonna
wash.
bring up bad memories.
Yes, that was
Pro,
like that was trauma. That
yeah.
was trauma.
And being there, and I'm there in the I was at the Seattle game, and I'm just like they're over here running up the scoreboard. I'm like, yeah, I
Mm.
gotta leave. I said, no, this ain't for me. They said we too underlooked a lot of belt being applied. I see a lot of belt being applied. You
But
crazy,
that's the best
man.
place to be honest. Like, if we're not under that microscope right now, that's the best place to be because we'll be that sneaky team that's coming in and dominating. And then next thing you know, we'll end up in the Super Bowl. I can see it.
That's how it was the first year. Hey, look, Protect right about that because that's how it was the
Yeah,
first year. When they don't have any tape on us, what could they say?
exactly.
He said we going to the bull belt till you know what. Okay, let me see. He said, "What are y'all expecting for JD year 3? What improvements do you see?"
Oh,
I'll
that's a
go first
good
on this one.
question.
From
Okay, that's a good one.
that's a definite with JD in year 3. I feel like he's going to take that step up because him getting injured, he probably felt, and it was like he played what less than half the year. So I feel
Yep.
like he's going to bring that determination and that fuel from last year. And people honestly, like I said, it's a what have you did for me lately year or league. So Jaden did that in 2024. Man, they're not worried about what happened in 2024. They're trying to see what Jaden could do now. Like they say, yeah, we know he a good quarterback. We know this, we know that, but Jaden, he's a dog. So I don't know what they didn't see. Like
Right.
I know what he could do. 2024 wasn't no just magic, just fly by night. He's been putting in work. And improvements I want to see by Jaden. I want to see him definitely taking less sacks because I feel like sometimes I feel like he could be watching his stats too much. Like it's like Jaden, this possession or this incomplete pass isn't worth you getting injured. If it's nothing
Right.
there, throw it out of bounds, throw it at the ground. So that's what I want to see with Jaden. It's an improvement from him. I want to see that, and I want to see him processing a little bit faster, getting the ball out of his hands a little quicker this year. What would you want to see from him in year 3 and expect improvements to see from him?
I want him to stay healthy. That's number one. Number two, I know he'll be playing under center. I want to see him really own that. I don't want to see him running unless it's absolutely necessary. We know he can run. He did it 2024. Good. I want to see him air the ball out, like you said. I want to see him. If there's nothing, it is nothing wrong with throwing it out of bounds. I know he is a very competitive person, but in this moment, we need him to stay healthy and we need him to play how he did in college and a little bit in 2024, except the risky plays. That's what I want to see.
Okay. And like you said, you want to see, he needs to run only when necessary, Jaden. We have running backs. We got people that'll run the ball.
Yes, we got
You
you
stay
some
upright
help.
and throw it. That's why I was saying in the first pick of the draft, I was so willing to no, we need first round pick talent for Jaden because I'm like, I want to see us scoring. Like last year, it wasn't a lot of fireworks going up.
Yeah.
I want to see us jumping up on teams, 2 score, 3 scores, because with this offense, like how scary, like, do you think we could be? Like from what
Oh,
do we have right now from our wide receivers? Because our wide receiver room is deep, but we don't have like top tier wide receivers. We got wide receivers that we want, that the positions that we think like, okay, Jalen Lane, he a good receiver. Luke, he'll go out catch some passes, but it's like other teams are probably not looking at these people as their number one or number two wide receivers for sure.
yeah. We need a wide receiver. We need a true wide receiver too. We do have Williams. He will need to be developed. He's going to come in, probably play the slot a little bit. But as far as a wide receiver two, a true one, we need that. And we also have picked up Chigun Conquo, which is our tight end. So we need to utilize him as well because yes, he is a tight end, but he moves like a wide receiver. So I loved Zach Ertz. I loved him. But since he is, older now, he wasn't doing a lot of, big plays. He was a very good safety net for Jaden Daniels, and we knew that he would score. But with Chig, he will be able to get us those yards after the catch. He'll be able to have those big plays. If our wide receivers are locked down, he is another threat on the field. And like I said, even if it's risky, I don't want him to do it. But if he doesn't see it and he can, Jaden Daniels is also a weapon. So with Terry, Chig, if Antonio Williams, whomever are running backs, Jaden, our offense is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. I'm glad you brought up Chig because Zach Ertz, he was a red zone threat. When you throw
Yeah.
it to him, he fall down, we're touchdown, or we got first down. Like it's not too much yards after catch coming with him.
Hmm.
Chig, he's a younger, faster tight end.
Yes.
So we'll be able to throw him the ball 3 yards and he gets 7 or he get the first down. That's why I felt like even another tight end, because I don't feel like we're getting enough from Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott, he's been having his
No,
flashes, and I'm a Ben Sinnott fan, but I feel like they're not really trying to get him on the field. Like there's no plan for Ben Sinnott to get on the field. Like that, I don't think there is.
I agree with you
Okay,
on that.
my guy T Rich said one good sign is that the players didn't give on DQ last year. Everybody still kept the same energy, even in tough spot.
That
Yeah,
is true.
you see me, I threw in the towel. The players that was on the field that was hearing him all year, they kept belief, but it's like I'm not in there. I'm not hearing the sweet talk. Dan Quinn is, hey, what he say? We
We
lost,
may be lost, but we're not
but
lost.
we not lost no more. And then we lost the next game. I said,
We
no,
were
we
lost.
lost. We lost for
We
sure. I
are
was like,
in
the
the
season lost.
wilderness.
That's why when they were thinking about when they were saying it was up in the air, should we bring Jaden back for the last 2-3 games? I was like, nah, rest
No.
him up for next year. There's no bringing him back. There's no point of bringing him back for sure. Okay, let me see. Shay says she's in the back seat. She said, I'm in the back seat on DQ. I'm not out the car yet, but one more bad season, I'm gone. Man, see, look, I'm gonna just be outside watching DQ in the car. I'm like, oh, is he doing good? Okay, yeah, he doing good. I ain't in the car
Those
with
say
him
we
though.
watching from the window.
Yeah, we not in the car with him. JD year 3,
Pocket
pocket
presence.
presence. Yes,
Yes.
I feel like Jaden can get a little more his feet better in the pocket too. Like
Yes.
maybe not trip over the guard or the tackle, just being more swift. I feel like being more swift in the pocket. Like, this is only year 3 of Jaden. Like some people, not this person on the screen, but some people they think, man, Jaden's supposed to be this Aaron Rodgers quarterback that's seen every defense. He's only going into year 3, man. He's a young man, a young quarterback at this job. In the NFL, we putting all this on his back. So
Right. And what I was talking to my dad about it the other day, and what I would like to see is kind of the model that they did with Lamar. When Lamar came in, Lamar Jackson, when he came in, he was like a Jaden Downs. He would just take off. You
Mm,
could tell that, especially as he got older and more experienced, they kind of kept him in the pocket as well. And now you can tell that he uses his legs as a last resort. And you can tell when he doesn't use his legs as a last resort and he just takes off, that's how he suffered injuries. So whatever model they did with him, I kind of want them to mimic that with Jaden just to keep him contained. And because he yeah. And we know he's competitive. We know he wants to win, but yeah, we need to keep him right there.
oh yeah, you got to keep him upright. That's why I was
Yeah.
even thinking. How do you feel about our O line? Because I was thinking, like, I know we went center in the draft, but I was thinking we could have brought in some extra pieces because I feel like our O line is decent, but when a D line shows up and they're average, they always get push on us. Like, say Dallas's D line last year, I would say they were pretty decent, but they were
Yeah, they
getting
were.
big push on us.
Yeah. We need to pick up a few more guys if we're not too confident with our line. The good thing about the center that we picked up is he is able to play guard, so that's one person that we could kind of have
Yeah.
moving around. But I think we should pick up a few more guys for our line just to beef it up. Like we beefed up the defense, we got depth for the defense. We should do the same thing for the offense.
Yeah. Two Paul Box and Antonio Williams reminds me of Santana Moss. They both are technicians, route running, hands, and toughness. I
That's a good
haven't
comp.
I haven't got that comparison, but like she said, that's a great comp because he definitely reminds me of Santana Moss too. Because he's shifty, he'll get out
Hmm.
of there, catch it, and then take off. Them yards after catch, like that's why I'm glad we have a wide receiver and even Chiga Conkwe and a tight end that could get yards after catch because that was hard for us to do. It was so hard for us
Yes.
to get yards after catch. We would catch a ball, lay down. I'm like, I want some yards after catch. We need to go. We need to get a touchdown.
Yes.
And I'm seeing other teams like it'll be a no name on say Green Bay, and he's fighting for every yard and every first down. And I'm just like, wait, our players not doing that. But no, two
No.
call boxing, he definitely know his football because that is a great comparison right there. Santana Moss. And I could see him using I could see them using Antonio Williams just like in a Santana Moss form. I need Santana Moss to coach him up. Hey,
Yes.
I'll be like,
Now that
yeah,
is a good
Santana,
idea.
Santana. He might have been in the room on that pick. Shit going for
I hope
seven, eight
so.
hundred this season. He'll open up the middle of the offense for us. We haven't had that since Jay Reed or Fred Davis. No, for real.
Yeah.
Like our tight end
Yeah.
room, it's been scarce. I miss Jordan Reed because when he was with us, man, he could take over a game by himself. A linebacker mismatch every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Every day of the week,
Another
linebacker
receiver.
mismatch. In the tight end, quarterback's best friend. I want a
Yep.
running back that's a quarterback's best friend and a tight end. Whenever Jaden's getting under pressure, I need you to come back to Jaden and catch
Yeah.
that ball. Take the pressure off of
Here I
him.
am. Here
Yeah,
I
you be like this. Hey, here, you take it. That's what I need. Yeah, I need pressure off of Jaden for sure. That's what I'm saying. I want Jaden like I always compare it to Drake May last year. Drake
am.
May's
Mm-hmm.
defense carried Drake May to the championship. Then we
They
seen
did.
what the number one offense will do against the number one defense. So I'm just like, I want my quarterback to get carried some games. I want him to have a decent game where he's 60% and
Yeah.
have a couple touchdowns, but the defense shuts it down where we could go and take a knee. Jaden don't even got throw no more. Don't even risk him. Like I want our defense to be locked down like that. But that's why I'm glad that Dan Quinn he went out there and AP they went out there and tried to for sure up this defense
Yes.
because we definitely need to for sure that defense up. My God, Travis, I'm living because Ben Johnson, my coach. Man, you got a great coach, man. You got a great coach for
Yeah.
sure. I definitely wanted him to be my coach for sure. He said, "Don't mention Aaron Rodgers again." Hey, look, Aaron Rodgers the GOAT.
You
I
gotta
just
give
seen
him his
Aaron Rodgers
credit.
win. You got to give him his credit, man. He's just a real chill guy, man. Aaron Rodgers, man. When he retires, he's just gonna go off to the sunset and be chilling for real. I love Aaron Rodgers, man. One of the goats. My guy J Rex, man. He clocking in. Shout out my guy J Rex. Okay, my guy T Rich. He said Wes Welker, one of our wide receivers coach. He and I need Antonio to learn everything he
Mm,
can from him, especially with them calling Antonio a true slot for JD.
that's
Yeah,
a great
Wes Welker
move.
is definitely coming in. He's definitely one of the wide receivers coaching. He's definitely done it at a high level. So if he, I feel like that's what I want. I want the coaches on the inside to.
Yes.
I want them to build up these players. I want them to coach them up because one of my slogans, I'm dropping one of the slogans right now. Everybody needs a little coaching. That's what it is.
I like that. I like that. Put it on a
Everybody
t-shirt.
needs a little coaching. For real.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to copyright that. So y'all 17 in the
Yes,
chat,
go
don't copyright it before me.
ahead.
But yeah, everybody needs a little coaching. So I feel like in
Yes.
this is what I feel. This is what I feel about the Wes Welker and the Antonio Williams thing. Wes Welcome coach him up. We already see he has
Hmm.
potential. Jaden's gonna turn anybody into a star. So that's why I'm like,
Absolutely.
if we could get that number one receiver or somebody even a potential number one receiver, you know what Jaden's gonna do with him. Our
Yes.
our first year we didn't have too many people. We had Alameda Zacchaeus. He was catching and dropping a couple passes here and there. Like
Mhm.
we didn't have too many. We didn't have too many people. He said, "I'm throwing a retirement party when Rogers retired." It's because you a
In a
Bears fan.
good way.
Rogers came. Aaron Rodgers came to the Bears stadium and said, "I still own you." He said, "I still
Yeah, I'm
own the
about to say
Bears."
you gotta give him some credit.
He's a great. He's a great platform and dual talking football, man. Appreciate you too, Paul.
Yes.
I appreciate you for clocking in with us, man. My guy said he throwing. He said he throwing something on the grill with A. Riley. It's because Aaron Rodgers been putting belt to them for years.
Yeah, I'm about
He
to
said
say this. Yeah.
he been putting belt to the Bears for years. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold you up all day. Let me ask you a couple questions, then we gonna get you out of here. Okay, what advice would you give to somebody wanting to make content? Like they're on the verge. They're like, man, I don't know if I need to push that record button now or in August or right before the season. What advice would you give them?
Push the button. Just start. It is one thing that I have realized, and I've only been doing this for going on 3 months now, but one thing that I have realized is it is literally a conversation. And if it's something that you're passionate about, if it's something that you know, if it's something that you've been talking about with your family, friends for years, just push the record button and start talking. That's all you have to do. And for me, I was telling Otis before the show that I'm a very shy and timid person, and this was something that I believe God told me to do and He led me to do. So, in that sense, too, if you don't know, seek Him, ask Him, and He'll show you the way. But if it's something that you're passionate about and something that you know, push the button and go.
Especially when you had that passion for it, when you had that drive in your heart and you love and you, hey, if you bleed in burgundy and gold, man,
Yep.
it's like we said earlier, it's a tight knit community, just like
Hmm.
the good people we talking to in the comments. I don't know these people, but they helping me go back and forth. We having a conversation like Kay said. It's just like it works hand in hand. That's why I appreciate the 15 people watching, because without y'all watching
Oh,
and y'all leaving comments, we can't do nothing without. We just be sitting here talking to each other. So shout out to y'all in the chat.
exactly.
So,
Yes, the community is amazing.
so yes, Miss K, great show, y'all.
That's
Okay,
my
shout out.
mama. Shout out to
Okay,
my mama.
hey, shout out to Mom Dukes, man. Shout out to Mom Dukes. So let everybody know in the chat where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on X. I keep wanting to call it Twitter. You can follow me on X at case take underscore. I am on Instagram at underscore case take, and I am on YouTube just case take.
Make sure y'all give her a follow. We're both content creators that's on the come up. I see her passion, I see her drive. She out here working overtime. She out here putting in that work, clocking in.
Nah,
So
that's all Otis. Okay.
I'm trying. I'm trying. But man, appreciate everybody for clocking in the chat. It was definitely a great stream. We gonna clip this up after. And shout out to y'all, man. It's overtime with Otis, man. You already know we clocking out.